Good day everyone, my name is Sheryn Fathia. As I said before in the previous videos, we will talk about politeness strategy in this video. Politeness strategy is a communication strategy when people considering what they want to say, how they would say things, and with whom they are talking to. In this case, social status and closeness between speakers are considered in using politeness strategies. First is off record. I have already talked about this briefly. This is how we give a hint and code to the hearer to interpret what we are saying to them. And for example, the speaker actually wants to do FTA, but he don't want to be rude or responsible for conducting the FTA. Then the hearer gets implied message if then when we say something or said something in off record, and if then the hearer gets the implied message from the speaker, it means that the speaker managed to communicate more than what was said. It means that in off record we try to say something in ambiguities. I mean, yeah, we can say we can say something by giving hint or code, but not in a direct way. For example, when we are in a party, birthday party of our friends, but we are not invited, and then she come to us and said, "I don't remember I invite you." They say that nicely, but it can be, "I don't invite you. Why you come here?" That should consider as FTA, but in a smooth way. So that's how we do off record. And then next is bold record. Bold record performed in clear, direct, and unambiguous way. It is like the opposite of off record. This strategy is often used when a speaker wants to do FTA with maximum efficiency toward the hearer's face. And for example, actually in this bold record they do something that means to FTA, but it's not actually FTA, considering in social closeness and relations of the participant. For example, when we meet our best friend across the street, and we bump to each other and say, "Hi bitch, what's wrong? Hey bitch, how's life?" They say we say that in happy way, but other people who listen, who hears what we say, and people might think that we are rude person and means to say bad things. But when we're talk to our best friend that way, and address our friend as for example bitch, and it's common in America or English speaking country to call the best friend with such kind of addresser. And then next is positive politeness. Positive politeness is address directed to the addressee's positive face, and positive politeness is the literally polite way when we talk to someone in conversation. The speaker attempts to lessen the distance between with her or him and her by expressing friendliness and similar interests, and also to minimize the face-threatening act. And for example, when we meet someone, a friend that we not actually close or in the past, but we knew this person, we know this person, and we meet accidentally and say, "Hi, long time no see. It's good to see you again. How about tonight? How about tonight in the nearest cafe?" And that's how we save that. How we being polite, a friendly and a very polite way to talk to someone, and minimize the FTA when we meet that person. It means that we are being extremely friendly to that person. And next is negative politeness. Negative politeness is saving action addressed to addressee's negative face. It means that in negative politeness we try to save someone's negative face, but we do it in negative way also, but we means to save their face. For example, when we are in the zoo, maybe we are in a vacation and we want to get a group photo with our friends, and we ask some stranger to take a picture of us, and we say in a polite way, and it says, "Sorry to disturb you, sorry to disturb your time for a moment." By saying sorry in the beginning of the sentence, before we ask something to that person, it means that we save that save their face, and being polite to that stranger. It can be. And I think that's all about politeness strategies, and thank you for listening to my explanation.